We here at the Game Studio Tracks always support any and all that are involved in the creation and distribution of a show we feature. We encourage any of those watching to support the official release. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you pre-recorded from our internet couch. This is the Gaming Studio Tracks for January 9th, 2016. With your host, Peacebreaker2448.
And Rapid Epsilon.
I got the intro right this time, thank fucking God.
Yeah, third time's charm.
Yeah.
You know, if we'd had more screw-ups, I would think that a blooper reel would be hilarious.
I can make a blooper reel on my fails on Radiant Dawn right now. Fuck. This one chapter, the fucking third chapter of the game. No, fourth chapter of the game technically, because there is a prologue chapter. Fourth chapter. Such fucking bullshit. I'm literally, like, fighting an uphill battle to get through this with everyone alive. And the thing is, I need to, because I will game over otherwise. Like, the whole, like, recruiting all the characters, getting them all to the end. Yeah, that's not an option in this first part. You literally have to get through the game with everyone, or get through this part with everyone alive. There is no choice in the matter. It sucks.
Sounds like it.
So yeah, that's how Fire Emblem's going for me right now. I literally ran, I think I died like 4 times before I was just like, fuck. I got the guy recruited once I need to recruit in this chapter, which is an enemy unit, so I'm having to deal with that. But every other time I died before I really got the chance to. I'm finding out that I need to do some hard AI manipulation that I can do, which it's a bit tricky because it requires some weird positioning to go on in a weapon swap at some point in order to throw a unit down in order for everyone else to go back up. But it's just it's a very time dependent thing. And I'm learning very quickly that it's like,
Which that compounded with the fact of lack of Glock to do Chroma Squad is the reason for Twisted Thursdays, which started this week.
Yeah. I made it to C+ on Splatoon! I got some good teams and some good Rainmaker matches. I've been whooping ass with my new gun. I'm liking it.
But you know, now that I'm thinking about it, they'll probably have already known that. And or that has changed.
Probably.
I'm seriously thinking about us doing ranked Splatoon for Rampant Gaming. Boy, I try hard not to exploit the fact that we record this 2 days in advance, but I still about said tomorrow right there.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the one you unlock at like level 12 that has echolocation. That's the kind of like the longer range, like heavier machine gun shot one. I can't think of the name of it offhand. I can't boot up Splatoon because Radiant Dawn's in the Wii U at the moment. I can't think of the name of it.
Is it a charger or?
No, this is a regular machine gun weapon. It's just it's a heavier shot that takes more ink.
I probably know if I saw it. That's probably where we're
standing. It kind of looks like a grenade launcher, kind of. It's one of those guns, because there's a lot of those kind of guns in the game. They kind of look like grenade launchers, but they're machine guns. I think it's like a Splat Launcher 42, I think, or it's something along that line. I can't think of the name offhand, but I liked it. And I was using it the entire time I was in ranked, and I was doing pretty good with it. Here's the thing, like in my last couple play sessions of Splatoon, I've been cleaning fucking house on teams. I, at one point in the game, killed everybody on the opposing team in a row. It was a fucking overkill, Halo style. And I'm like, holy fuck. Why is my team not moving the Rainmaker anywhere? I literally just killed the entire team solo. Fuck you guys. Like, I'm having those moments here, and I'm like, oh my god, this is reminding me of, like, when I played Halo Hardcore for a while. Of, like, I'd have those moments. Like, my fucking 1v2, v2, v2 murder house spree. That was like, come on, I'll win this fucking game solo. Bring it. I still remember that match, and that was a hilarious match to go through. Just like, it was their like 2v2, v2, v2 game mode back in Halo. Fuck, what was it? I think it was 3. Yeah,
I think you're right. Yeah.
It was 3, and I was paired up with someone who I think immediately left and was fucking useless and left me solo, but I still won the fucking game solo. And I cleaned fucking house.
The days when you could play Halo and actually be good.
Yeah.
And not just be one of these Call of Duty kids that's playing Halo now. I know that sounds horrible, but thank you 343 for what you've done.
Yeah, it was reminding me of like moments I had like that back in Halo 3 of just being able to just clean fucking house and just be the man to get the kills to open the holes up. Like, it was like the game I had today. It was on what was it? Was it Heights? Yeah, it was the Heights map for Rainmaker. What ended up happening was my team went like the normal route you go through that, so they went like up the escalating buildings and stuff. I went around the side and scaled the building up because you can do that, like that main building where the Rainmaker is in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
So I went up the side, and we, like, popped the Rainmaker to get it. I immediately saw one person down shooting up at us. So I dropped down, got him. Saw 2 people to my left, immediately went, burned through both of them, and I cracked us a hole open to just bum rush halfway through to where we needed to go. And I think we almost immediately got it after that. Once we got, like, halfway there. But it was like, hot damn, where have these platoon teams been? Because I've been on some shit teams solo. But I've got on, like, some really good teams that know how to fucking play Rainmaker. You get the Rainmaker and you push. You keep pushing. It does not matter who gets in your way. You have a fucking Inkzuka on your side. Fucking use it.
Question.
What?
Have you ran into the teams that think they're playing Turf Wars in ranked yet?
I don't think so, but I think I ran into a team that thought you needed to put the Rainmaker on your pedestal and not the other team's pedestal. I swear. Because it was on Warehouse, and the other team took the Rainmaker, but took it backwards. And they didn't even get the lead.
Huh.
Like, we had the lead when that happened, and they kept taking it back. And I'm like, you need to take it forward. I'm not complaining because we're still winning this no matter what you do, because we're whooping your ass. What the fuck? Like, especially when you're taking it backwards when we're charging at you. Like, what are you thinking? You're giving us the advantage. Especially on Warehouse. Because you do not have that much room to run in. Also, people love, with Rainmaker, to fight it out in that fucking alleyway on the side. I swear for like a solid minute, we were fighting it out for the Rainmaker in the alleyway. And I'm like, oh my god, this is the worst place to be doing this. We have no room to maneuver, and they can easily kill us. Even with us having the Rainmaker. Anyway, so this is not TGSR Saloon. We need to stop talking about games, talking about stuff we've been watching. Unfortunately, that's not that much.
I've watched more TMNT, but that's about it. I'm even falling behind on YouTube stuff.
I've been watching a super crap ton of AGDQ since it's going on this past week.
I've caught some of it, and that's about it.
Like the Halo 4 speedrun's going on when we're recording this.
I caught the Half-Life 2 speedrun. Well, most of it. I think I missed like the early part of it. Like before the first major cutscene kind of part of it. So I got to see the bulk of that one. I tried watching the Portal 2 co-op one, but I fell asleep in the middle of it.
Oh, they ran into a problem early on in that one.
Yeah, I saw that part of it, where they had to phase through the wall.
It's like, this never happened before. Good thing we have cheat codes.
What's funny, though, is... wanting to say there was something in... Yeah, there was. One of the dialogues was not proccing in the Half-Life 2 run either.
Oh my god.
No matter what they tried to do, it just was not wanting to proc at all. So they had to bypass that one too.
I got to see a bit of the Awful Games Done Quick Block.
Oh.
I got to see pretty much the Animorphs run, which they pretty much had to restart the run because the game is so RNG fucked. It's literally possible to do everything right, and the game will never win, and the game will never let you win.
Oh, wow.
The game is so RNG fucked, it's ridiculous. It's a terrible game. I saw that. I saw the Rocky and Bullwinkle, oh god, what is this music bullshit one. That one was not good. I was trying to remember what else. I saw a little bit of the GTA 3 run before I went to sleep. I didn't see anything else that came out today. Like the Punch Out and the Mirror's Edge stuff. Or the requisite Castlevania Symphony of the Night run. Because that's always there. I did see the Azure Strike Gunvolt one. That game actually looks pretty cool. It's a one of those Mega Man style games that came out actually a couple of years ago. What else have I seen? Saw all the Mario Maker stuff. God.
Yeah, I saw the initial.
Yeah.
Like I didn't catch the rest of it.
I think I sat down and watched the rest of it. That was... Yeah. Kaiser Mario 3.
How was that one?
It's actually Super Mario Brothers 3, not Kaizo Mario 3.
Yeah, but so still, Kaizo's a Kaizo.
Oh my god. You have platforms that are iced chompers, and you are given the Fire Flower to kill enemies. The Fire Flower will melt a block and make that chomper active and killable. Yeah. Yeah, it's about as trolly as every other Kaizo game. Except, apparently, the boot, if you just fall off a platform, you get a jump. So, the game forces you to use that, even though, like, normal Super Mario Bros. 3 never uses that. Like, ever. Because you only get the boot in one level. So you're using the boot a lot. You're having to do land platforming with the frog suit, which it's not designed to do that. So, fuck you, you're doing it anyway. So yeah, that was a fun little run. I saw the Tony Hawk Underground 2 run. The fuck? I'll put it this way, you can blink and miss shit in that run. He's just like going around completing everything, and it's like, oh my god, the tricks and yeah. The Prince of Persia run's actually the original Prince of Persia from back on DOS. That was kind of interesting. Like, outside of the final boss, you can essentially do a pacifist run of that game because of this little trick to where if you get in a sword fight with someone, you can kind of like swap positions with him, and essentially you get on the other side of him, and then just run away. Soma, aka use anything and everything to fly. Also, what was hilarious is they hit a point where it was like a solid 10 minutes of, we literally can't do anything to skip this, so read every donation you got. They could only read one donation. They literally had no other donations to read, and it's like, welp, I guess we're just sitting here doing nothing, because we can't do anything. We're literally locked to here listening to these people bitch at each other.
What's bad is they also had a moment where they ran out of donations in the Half-Life 2 run.
Well, that's kind of the sucky part sometimes when you're getting to the early morning runs, because you only get like a couple donations here and there.
Yeah, but the Half-Life 2 one was a late one.
Yeah. Talos Principle was pretty cool. You heard about that game? It's kind of like a puzzle platforming game. Yeah, that was pretty cool because it's just like he just pretty much just breaks the game in half. It's just like, yeah, you can jump here, jump there, jump there. Sometimes the jumps are a little finicky, but we can pretty much just go wherever we want, just about. We only have to solve like 10% of the puzzles legitimately. 90% of the time, we just do other stuff. And sometimes these things are weirdly usable by normal means. Like, we do some pretty ridiculous things, but it essentially solves the puzzle. So we don't know if this is intentional or not. Wolfenstein Yellow Blood was pretty cool. Crypt and the Necrodancer was ridiculous. It's essentially a one-shot and die speedrun. I saw the Splunky speedrun, which was just pure, unadulterated, burn through this game as fast as possible speed, and nothing more. Because Splunky is a roguelike, meaning all of the levels are randomly generated.
Oh, wow.
So you just have to, like, be able to go, I have to go through here, have to get this, boom, done. Hat in Time was pretty cool. It's just cool to see Hat in Time playable. Battle Block Theater was cool from what I've seen. The Cage, I saw the entirety of the Cage 1.5 remix speedrun. I've seen that game speedrun before. It was still pretty cool to see it. Especially, like, how ridiculous some of the things in that game are. Like Mushu, can be, like, completely broken. You essentially turn a summon that's supposed to be, like, just this little, like, water gun against enemies into a literal machine gun that will kill the final boss in 12 seconds. It's weird things with EXP0 that cause that. Transformers Devastation was actually pretty cool. Honestly, I kind of wasn't interested in that game until I've now actually gotten to see that game, and it actually looks pretty cool. I'm honestly surprised. Saw the Path of Radiance speedrun through to completion. Don't think I've watched much else. Oh, Super Mario 64 multiplayer.
Oh.
Oh my god. Essentially, it's a ROM hack that allows you to co-op it with Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, in a format similar to how the Subspace Emissary camera is set up, where it follows the first player, not both players.
Yeah, although there are some downsides to it, like Luigi can't throw Bowser. But what we can do is have Luigi hold Bowser while we push Bowser into a bomb. That was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen with that game. It's just like, I'm gonna grab hold of his tail. Mario, give me the push. Alright. Repeat you, Bowser. But yeah. Also, Splatoon got speedrun, and that was pretty good. But that World 4 skip, I was like, holy fuck, that actually exists. Damn. I have to try that now.
Yeah,
that's only like...
I've got to try that.
Yeah, but bear in mind that's only a fraction of the runs that have actually happened. We still there's like a Halo, like I said, a Halo 4 run going on right now. There's a Paper Mario run gonna be going on right as we wrap up recording this, along with a Star Fox 64 and a Banjo-Kazooie run in the morning, which I'll be able to see because sleep schedule is completely averted right now. Yay! Oh, apparently we're getting a rebroadcast of a race. I guess just to kill time. Yeah. A Yoshi's Island race. I guess they're doing it just to, I guess, kill time. There will be a Shovel Knight that's a Plague Knight New Game Plus run. Taskbot still has yet to blow our minds. I'm scared of what Taskbot's going to bring to the table. I am legitimately scared of what Taskbot's going to bring to the table. And a Bloodborne run. And Super Metroid, a whole bunch of Mega Man and Zelda and Pokemans, and so yeah. Plenty of good stuff still to come from GDQ before the week's out. And they've almost, I think they've just passed the 400,000 mark. They're going to hit 500,000, I think, tomorrow at some point, I think. Let me double check numbers. Come on, stream. Oh, load up just for a minute. Why is the numbers not there? Of course, when I check it, the fucking... there it goes. Nope, they passed 500,000. They might just hit 1 million before the end of the stream. Which would be awesome! But yeah, they're taking a Ghost through somewhere right now. I don't know where. Oh, when you have to destroy the power cores. I know that's not that descriptive considering all things. I could have read what the level was, but he went too quick. Damn it. Anyway. So that's like part of what I've been watching. New Steven Universe this week, which apparently they're doing a week of episodes right now. That show is honestly a lot better than I think any commercial gives it credit for. I swear. That show is really good. So they have I think, yeah, their last episode for the week tomorrow. That show's pretty good for like being like 15-minute watch and call it a day. Ruby! Oh my god.
I've not seen them.
This Cinder flashback episode is so good. Because it's like, and it throw, and you know the whole thing from like the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. This episode reveals a whole nother level of fuck you that you can say to Cinder's team now because of that. Yeah, there's just a whole nother level of bullshit. So yeah, it's a really good episode. And also, if you're wondering if Cinder's a badass, well, guess what? This episode goes, yeah, she's a badass. Ruby looking good. Trailer for next episode did go out. But, why? We're gonna have a conversation, I think. That's gonna be very interesting to listen to. I believe Gro and Yang are gonna have a conversation about a certain person from the end of Volume 2.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the end of the teaser, and I'm like, oh. That's before we get into everything else of that teaser. So yeah, Ruby's being pretty good. Apparently they finished up all the mocap stuff today. Huh. Or somebody finished up all their mocap today. I didn't read too. I just saw the tweet that said, "Hey, finished up mocap for season or Ruby 3." All right. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else I've seen. I watched the Raw for Surprise Future since we had no Rider or Sentai this week, and we're not getting Sentai this week either.
Yeah, I know. They're on an extended break.
Yeah.
Sentai, not Rider.
Yeah, thank God. So yeah. Surprise Future looks pretty good. No subs on it just yet, but it's looking pretty good. I got no problems with it so far.
So far.
Weirdly enough, it does remind me of A to Z a good bit.
Really?
Well, it's mostly just comes from like main rider, like goes up against kind of intelligent villain that forces them to use a temporary form for pretty much the latter half of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
I can see
like that aspect, because like, you know, despite being like Cho Did Heat and being called Cho Did Heat, it kind of reminds me of Joker and how much it gets its ass handed to it in every fight, and how I swear Tamari is kind of having the struggle to actually fight with this damn suit.
Because it's that weak.
It also looks that kind of cumbersome, because it's like Tamari's always kind of like hunched over a little bit, because, you know, it is the chase suit. Well, the Reaper chaser suit, yeah. not the Rider chaser suit. But yeah, I will say, I kind of wish they do at some point decide to put out a figure art for Dark Drive in like the next Trideron, because those are pretty cool, and they should get a little bit of love in figure arts. Like, Type Special shows up for like literally one kick and that's it.
Wow.
It has a little bit of a fight scene with the Paradoxoid Mube. That's pretty much it. It just does its special rider kick with the next Strider on, and we call it a day. Although, apparently, according to the end of this movie, the next Trideron still exists in the current timeline. And so does the next special shift car. Yeah.
I wonder if that was intentional, or if that was accidental kind of deal.
I don't know. You can ask that same question of where the hell does the first shift car go after the end of the movie? Actually, you can ask that about a lot of fucking movie exclusive gimmicks that just kind of pop up in their movie. It's just like, oh yeah, that just exists after the movie. We're just not going to mention it ever again. But it totally exists.
Yeah, but okay. With them tying the show and the movies so close together with Drive, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know as well as I do, the movies usually are standalone.
Mm-hmm.
That one was tied in with it pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the edgy you saw in all of those end of episode snippets, yeah, that's 108 the entire time.
I figured.
Essentially what happened was 108 found Edgy, whooped his monkey ass, took his driver and the next Trideron from him. Because it's implied that Edgy in the future was Drive type special. And that he was the one who uses the next Trideron. And essentially 108 has been using the remote piloting for that to use Dark Drive. And use that to essentially trick Edgy's buddies into sending him into the past so he can get his future. Also, the The Steinbelt, I believe you saw in those episodes, is also 108, I believe.
Really?
I believe so. He is also 108. If I were to take a guess, it is 108 because technically Dark Drive doesn't show up until like August 6th, which this movie takes place between the August 6th and August 8th of this past year. Meaning this happens before Ghost is even Ghost, because I double checked dates. So Takaru isn't even remotely into. This isn't even remotely when Takaru can become Ghost.
But deals with future time travel shenanigans, so
Yeah.
you could essentially assume that is a ghost from a parallel future.
Yeah.
Which to that might also explain the differences that you were pointing out earlier.
Yeah, because Takaru has some like strangely different eye symbols associated with him in this movie. They look more like the Genma icons or the Genma symbols you see throughout Ghost, rather than his normal like ghost symbol. I'm not sure why it's here.
You know what, though? I might have just explained it unintentionally.
Yeah.
Because, as you pointed out, this isn't in the proper time to even be remotely close to Takaru being Ghost.
Yeah. Essentially,
so,
according to the date given, or I guess I was about to say, yeah, ahead.
So I'm kind of wondering if maybe this is the Ghost that we would have gotten if the alternate world happened the way it did.
Maybe? Like, here's the thing. Apparently, like, from what I was reading, because I was reading into this a little bit, some people are guessing that Ghost stuff wasn't quite yet finalized by this appearance. So that leads to a little bit of the inconsistencies. Which sometimes happens, because I was reading something else, and it wasn't like quite Rider related, but it was more Sentai related with their, like, the next team's early bird cameos in the crossover films. Sometimes they match up perfectly to the show, sometimes they don't quite match up. And it usually leads to stuff just not being finalized yet. Like the Ghost Ager one, not even remotely close to the Ghost Agers. But the Gokaiger one, perfectly in sync with the show, and it even gets referenced later in the show and explains how the hell they showed up to begin with. Because there's a whole thing with the hell that the Gokaigers can't really exist at the point the movie happens. So we have to do a little bit of time travel in order for that movie, for their movie cameo to happen, and we kind of have an episode where we fix that.
Because they were smart and actually thought ahead for that one.
Right. So I'm guessing that kind of, like, behind the scenes wise explains why Takaru is not quite Takaru, and why there's a little bit of inconsistency with some of the stuff with him. But in universe explanation, honestly, I just said future Takaru. That was somehow a part of the original timeline that got wiped out when Tamari just Rider kicked the fuck out of 108 and said fuck you, and Bono didn't go crazy. Or no, not Bono. Steinbelt didn't go crazy. Bono was already crazy.
But
like, that's my only guess.
But
without getting into some weird timey-wimey bullshit.
Okay, so you said Steinbelt from the future is 108?
No, Steinbelt that we see in the present is 108. No, Steinbelt...
But I thought we established in show that more than likely was 004.
Was it? Oh, my bad. I was misremembering things. Okay, then that Steinbelt was 004.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what it boiled down to. Okay, at least that's what it felt like to me, anyhow.
I'm wrong. I'm misremembering Drive episodes then. No, Edgy, in any appearance in the show, is 108. Like, he is just straight up legit 108. like, Edgy doesn't have an actual appearance as himself outside of the flashback where he's unconscious and the pseudo dual henshin he has with Tamari when Tamari goes type special. Because the two of them do this weird double henshin that leads to type special.
The one we got to see in the openings?
Yes, that one. That's literally the only time AG shows up as himself, and not as 108 impersonating him. Every other time in the movie, yeah, it's 108 playing him super hard. And here's the funny thing, Tamari does not initially believe him at all, and thinks he's full of shit.
So if he just stuck to his guns...
Right. Which is hilarious. Like, it takes him showing, like, an old burnt tie of Tamari's that matches his exact tie that he's wearing perfectly for Tamari to be convinced, finally, that it's like, okay, you are from the future, and you might just be my son. What nonsense are you talking about now?
But you know what's funny? It makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Because of course 108 would have that. He's the one that caused it.
Mm-hmm.
So he was wanting to cause it in a different method.
Yeah. That's what I love about how like Surprise Future plot works. Because it's essentially turning that whole trope of somebody from the future, from a dark future, going back in the past to fix it. Except it's a bad guy from a dark future going back in the past to get his dark future that benefits him, instead of that other asshole. And he's just using the fact that this plot exists in so many other media that he knows how to trick people into believing him. Mainly Tamari, because he keeps Tamari separated from everyone for literally the entire half of the movie.
You know what I just got to thinking about? And the subs would clear this part of it up. What if the events that led up to the future version of 108 and what 108 is going back to try to do, what if the bulk of those events are the same thing? Like literally all the steps, bit for bit, had to happen that way, but the only difference is whether or not Tamari destroyed the belt.
I would assume so, considering the current, like, before the events of Surprise Future was, where essentially Slime Belt went crazy, united the Roid Mutes, and now rules the world. And, like, here's the thing. We only hear this story from 108's perspective. And who knows what he fabricated in order to get Tamari to believe this. So so personally speaking, there might be some questions as to how valid the future we see is. Because here's the thing, in, like, the only image we see of Dark Drive in the future is standing next to Steinbelt. But that is from a memory thing 108 gives Tamari. The only other time we see any hint of Dark Drive in the future is when 108 whooped Edgy's ass and takes his drive driver. Meaning the whole fact of fucking Dark Drive being next to Steinbelt might be wrong.
Or the stretch that I'm willing to make. Think about if the show didn't destroy Bono.
Ooh, Bono got turned into the Dark Drive.
And that's 004 beside him. There's a possibility that could be legit too.
That's an interesting thing, because here's the thing about 108. He was imprisoned by the other Roid Mutes. I don't know if it's stated in the show, but I know that from other material that outside the movie, maybe, because I don't know if it's stated in the movie.
I think it said it in some of the previews.
Right.
About it. I don't think it actually said it in the show proper, though.
Yeah. But that's the thing. 108 was imprisoned by the other Roid Mutes because, he's kind of a bigger asshole than a lot of them. And, yeah, nah. They weren't want to deal with him in order for them to prepare plans to happen. So I have to assume that 108 does not give a shit about any other Roid Mute in existence besides himself.
Yeah, I could see that.
And literally this entire plan, which by the way, is to initiate another global freeze, except in this global freeze, time literally stops. There is no, the pseudo-heavy acceleration stuff that we see in the show. No, time literally just stops. Nothing can move in this, even if you have any core driver technology on you. Literally nothing. Not even Tamari and I want to say he was in Type Speed could move in this. The only thing that could move in this was the special next shift car. That was it. And it only moved long enough for Kiriko to toss it to Edgy in order for him to go special. Yeah, that's what Paradox is wanting to do. Is just literally stop time and rule the world, which is not what the Roid Mutes wanted to begin with. Well, not quite the same. But it's also not what Bono wanted, meaning he's completely different from the rest of them.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm liking about Surprise Future is that it has these. It introduces these different, another different Roid Mute that's not quite the same as the rest of them. This is a Roid Mute who might be, on the level of Bono in terms of crazy, but has said, fuck Roid Mutes, fuck Bono, fuck humanity, I want to do everything on my own. And literally merges with himself in order to evolve or to get an evolution. I think that's what happened, is he merged with himself from the past in order to get his golden evolution. Because the Paradox Roid Mute is gold in some aspects. So I assume it's like a golden-esque evolution based off all the effects and design aspects of the Roid Mute, so... So yeah, Surprise Future, really good. Kind of reminds me of A to Z from the whole Damari having to go show dead heat for half the movie. And fighting an uphill battle the entire time. Because A, he doesn't have the driver. B, he has none of the shift cars to help him out. Because even if they do, I don't think they would work really well with this mode. And C, fucking Chase is driver to go show dead heat because he's the one who saved Tamari from getting his ass killed. So he's out. Go, I think, was KO'd before then, and I think he's out for the rest of the movie because Dark Drive whooped his ass. Literally, the only other rider that shows up to help Tamari is Ghost out of nowhere. And I have no idea where this ghost comes from, except that A, it is voiced by Takaru's voice actor, or it is voiced by Takaru. They do the weird, distortion voice with him, like they did with Wizard during the Forza movie, and, some other writers on their early bird cameos. I don't know why they do it, but they do. But it's clearly Takaru.
It's probably so that it's not as easy to match it up.
I could tell in a second it was Takaru.
Well, okay, yeah, because you've heard him now. You see what I'm saying?
True. You have to keep in mind this movie came out way before Ghost was even, finalized, apparently.
What confuses me is he's not acted in anything before this, has he?
I don't know. Let me look.
Because if not, then that would confuse me a bit there, because it's like, why would you try to mask his voice if there's nothing of his work to try to compare it to?
To be fair, they did that with Haruto in the Forza movie. They did it with Nito in his early bird cameo in his movie. I think they technically did it to Forza in his early bird cameo. Like, they do this all the time with writers for no discernible reason why, because it's not really that masked even. You can clearly hear it's the same person. It's not like any of these actors are well-known actors to begin with. The thing about Rider and Sentai, it's a start of a career for a lot of people.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, it just don't make any sense to me.
Yeah. If he has, I can't tell. I think he has, but like nothing important, maybe. I don't know. It's in Japanese, and I don't have a good Google Translate on this main browser right now, so I ain't gonna like fight with it. Yeah, he's not even a writer alumni. So. Anyway.
Nope. He's not been anything outside of that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah,
that, the Drive stuff, and the Ghost stuff is the only thing he's been in. So, there again. Why? What was the purpose of that? There's nothing that he's done that you could match that up to know it's him. Why?
Yeah. Like I said, it's a trend they do. A dumb trend, if you ask me, but it's still a trend that they do.
I mean, I could get it if, like, they had someone that was a past rider or someone from a Sentai team acting as someone different and they didn't want to give it away.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I could get something like that. But really? Someone that's not had any kind of background to this and you're gonna mask their voice? Why?
Like I said, it's not even a hard mask, because it's just like, it's like a slight, like, distortion a little bit.
I just don't get that at all, though.
Like, the easiest thing I can equate it to is, like, if you put something over your mic and then you talk through the mic, it's kind of like that distortion.
So it's more of a muffled kind of sound.
It's not really muffled, but that's, like, the best comparison I can give to being like, hey, if you muffle, this is how you muffle somebody's voice. It's not the same muffling they do.
Right.
That's how they just distort it. It's not even that much
probably more. It's probably a different kind of compression. Because that can do that. I have to be careful in Premiere.
Also, I think he has like one line. And he just says, I'm Kamen Rider Ghost, and then proceeds to whoop the Roid Mute's ass. That's literally it. Also, he uses Newton to compound the confusion with Newton. Although, I think from somebody's theory, or from what some people are saying, apparently the current theory behind what the fuck's the deal with Newton is essentially Saionji was the one who made Newton, and it just went through some people's hands along the way. Yeah, he was the one who created it. Somehow ended up in the asshole's hands from the Drive Ghost mini episode. The end of the Ghost episode somehow takes place around when this point would happen in Drive. Around, like, when that Drive episode happens. Because there's an end of the Ghost episode where they mention something about a case. And I'm guessing that's supposed to be the lead into the Drive episode. That Drive episode happens, and Takaru gets the Newton icon back. when it comes to Ghost cameo, it's a Takaru from the future. That's just like, hey, I'm gonna show up, whoop your ass, call it a day, boop, gone. Because he just shows up in a black smog and leaves in a black smog, and is just gone as soon as the fight ends.
Like I feel like the concept of that is what Ghost would have been in that future.
Mm-hmm.
Makes far more sense and justifies so much there that I would be fine with just being like, yeah, that's the reason. We'll go with that.
Yeah, because that's literally my only explanation. Like, it's either that or somehow, like, during the events of Movie Tyson Genesis, when Tamari and Takaru are heading back to the past, somehow Takaru takes a 5-minute detour to go do this fight and then hop back into the time stream in order to get back on track for Genesis.
That revolves around having to see Genesis.
True. And that's like a super assumption that entire assumption just assumes that Takaru just off screen leaves to go play like, oh, you saw me in the past. Oh, I gotta go fix that real quick.
It don't have to be a complete as far as only seeing Takaru be off screen.
Yeah.
You could cut where they're going back to their timeline and go off do something else for a couple minutes and then do it. And that would be enough to justify that part of it.
Yeah. Also doesn't help that Genesis essentially introduces Boost in the same exact fashion that happens in the TV series. And I'm not sure if Takaru keeps Boost at the end of the movie, which adds even more confusion. Because apparently, even though no one has said how this happened, but apparently Genesis went under rewrites at some point. I don't know who said that, or if they have any confirmed evidence of it, but apparently the movie went under rewrites, according to someone on, I think, the HJU forum somewhere. I can't re-find the post, but I swear I read that somewhere, that apparently Genesis went into rewrites, and that might have led to all this conflict with the timing of this friggin' movie. Which somehow has Makoto teaming up with Takaru, but Saionji is still alive, even though the exact same episode, both of these events happen. In order for the episode to happen, where these two are buddy-buddy, Saionji needs to be dead! Unless he somehow got revived from all this time travel bullshit. Which, considering the Roibyus got revived, fuck it, Saionji got revived in the middle of the movie somehow. And we just don't say he got revived. Just to be fair, anyone that would know he's supposed to be dead aren't telling the people who need to know he's dead.
You know what I feel happened?
What?
When they did the movie, whoever was writing it only knew a rough idea of where Ghost was going to be when the movie came out. So what I think we wound up seeing was stuff that was supposed to have happened by this point in Ghost, and stuff that wasn't supposed to happen by this point in Ghost combined into that movie.
Well, here's the thing. The person who wrote the movie did not write either Drive or Ghost.
That's why I'm thinking it was one of those that, it was just given a rough, this is what we're wanting out of Ghost by this point.
Yeah, so assume like the rewrites. It may not be just rewrites. It's just the fact that this person didn't write Drive or Ghost and only knows Drive because probably you've actually seen episodes. Because from what I've heard, the Drive cast is in character. The Ghost cast is a bit spotty in terms of who's in character and who's not quite in character. It's not like a bad characterization, like another crossover film. You know, the Double O's one that we don't talk about half that movie for. Because there's a half of that movie that is so out of continuity, it's defies reasonable explanations. Like, here's the thing. As I've said, Toei does fast and goes fast and loose with continuity sometimes. You know, sometimes things just don't line up because they don't have perfect plans for this. But fucking go watch the Double O's movie, then go watch when that movie's supposed to take place in O's, and I guarantee you, you won't find where it's supposed to take place in O's. Because it's so out of continuity. Because here's the thing: of the person who's wheeling the birth driver in that movie, doesn't wheel the birth driver until late in the show. Somehow, Edgy by the end of the movie has Tajador combo, but he doesn't have it until at a in-between point between this movie and when the person is supposed to have the birth driver that's in the movie has the birth driver. Also, that's not how he gets Tajador combo anyway. Also, Angie and the rest of the cast are not even close to being in character. And, ugh.
You know what I just thought about for Genesis?
What?
Okay, we didn't get the whole Ghost and Drive essentially swapping forms for their movie form. I wonder if maybe there was a rewrite.
Well, here's the thing, and this kind of compounds to the questions about what the fuck happened to Genesis in production, because there was supposed to be a DX set of icons, supposedly for Ghost and Spectre, or for at least Ghost, that contained two icons related to the movie. There is also a Da Vinci icon sound effect in the driver.
So there was probably supposed to be a Da Vinci and a Drive.
Right. But neither appear in the movie, and that DX icon set quietly got canceled and has disappeared from toy listings everywhere since the movie came out.
I kind of think maybe there was a rewrite. Maybe they decided against doing that.
Yeah.
And in turn, kind of forced, because I would have to think at that point they already knew there was some kind of more powerful form.
Uh-huh.
So I think that might be why Boost wound up in the movie.
Right.
It was one of those, they were like, well, you can't do that, we're not doing that now, and this is supposed to be his upgrade, he's supposed to get around this time, do something with that. And it just so happened they did the exact same fashion.
Literally the exact same fashion, because he gets it from his father, and I think even in the movie it's called Father Damashi. Technically, kind of.
I think that could have been what happened there. It was an accident that they both went about it the same way.
Yeah,
not so much it was on purpose.
Yeah, because the only person who gets a movie exclusive form is Drive in the form of Proto Zero, which I assume, just like Full Throttle, or not Full Throttle, Surprise Future, he gets it for kind of half of the movie because he kind of can't have anything else. Until the final battle, where I guess Buckle just shows up and is like, "Hey, Tamari, sorry about not being there for you through all this nonsense. Here's all your gear back, and hey guys, here's the rest of your gear back too." So yeah, we've been talking about Rider for like an hour now or so, for like no episode, pretty much.
About an hour.
For no episode, we still find a way to talk too much about Rider.
Yep.
So yeah, no news about the fucking Kamen Rider Ichigo movie, although apparently the current rumor is apparently it's a reboot movie like Kamen Rider the First. So, I don't fucking care. Call me when we have a trailer so I can bitch about the trailer. Or, better yet, call me when we have a writer, and if it's anyone even remotely close to Yonemura, or even Yonemura himself, I say burn the movie to the ground now, because it will not do anything otherwise. I don't even care.
But the superhero Tyson movies are so good, though, aren't they?
Yes, if you want a kind of decent action spectacle.
Yeah, that's about the only thing they're useful for.
Yeah, if you even remotely attempt to think about these fucking movies in any slight capacity, especially in relation to the fucking characters, you're gonna have a nightmare of a time.
Or if you even look at the flower.
Oh, that flower can piss off a cliff because that is not symbolism. That is such forced bullshit that is ridiculous. That is not how you do symbolism. That is a poor man's symbolism.
It would be different if they had a meaning for the flower throughout the entire movie, and then they treated that scene the way they did.
Yeah.
But for it just to be there at the end of the movie, and it's like, nope, this is... Okay, you are a writer, you protected the flower. What the hell?
Yes, you reflected the flower. That means nothing! Nothing! It means nothing! Do not give me a bullshit explanation for it. In the context of the movie, which supposed the entire point of a symbol means nothing! It's a random fucking flower Chota protects because... Why? Guess what? Not a reason why. At all. Whatsoever. He just protects a flower to protect the fucking flower. There is no contextual reason for it. Therefore, any associated symbolism for it is moot. Mm-hmm. Especially when all the symbolism we associated with it is out of the context of the movie. Yes, the flowers are meant to represent innocence and those who need to be protected and all this other bullshit. Yes, of course it does. But guess what? None of that context is in the movie. None of it. We're the ones giving that context. Outside the confines of the movie. We're the ones giving the symbol meaning, which is not how you do symbolism in any form of fiction. The fiction makes the symbol mean something, not us. Anyway. Anything else? Set it up down half a bottle of water.
No. I think it's time for Buster.
Yes. Alright. 21 and 22 this week. Farewell, Blue Buster, and the beautiful Avatar Escape. Yeah, for all wondering about that slip I had last week, we're gonna get the context for that now. Also, you might have questions after she comes up. By the way, it's her.
Huh. Well then.
I'm going to tell you right now, there is more that's going on than what you think. It is not so simple. So, how are we feeling going into these two episodes?
Same way I've been feeling going into these episodes. I'm not regretting this at all.
Yeah, like I said, it's nice to have a Sentai show that's not garbage.
Yeah.
Like Tokyucher was at times. Cow Shuriken Sentai continues to be, apparently.
Just refuse to call it Ninja.
Yeah, fuck that show. I'm gonna say that now just because I don't like the show. And we're getting Zooger? I don't fucking know. The Zoo Ranger show. No, I can't say that. That's a different show. Damn it! Zoo Ranger is a completely different show!
Mine Ranger. Let's call it that.
So Zooger, I guess is the best name I have right now, because I don't even know the pronunciation for it. Looks...
At
I don't
best.
know. I want a full episode now, because I trust none of the trailer material right now. Like, none of it. I need a couple episodes to actually have an opinion on something now. Because no Sentai show right now, because last two Sentai shows have burned me.
Well, I'm sorry. If it winds up being red focused, I'm out. So, yeah. It's kind of I'm kind of at that point because when I look at what irritated me with both Tokyo and Ninja, it boils down to red focused.
Well, it also doesn't help that those Reds are shit characters to begin with. Like, they're not good characters at all to begin with.
So that compounds it more.
Yeah, then let's make the red focus worse. At least in Kyoryuger. Because I give the fact that, like, at some point in that show, they decided to red focus that one kind of hard. At least Aiko was a decent guy.
Okay, but, like I said, I think it was last week's,
Yeah.
I am perfectly fine with it ending red focused.
Mm-hmm.
But it shouldn't be red focused from the start.
Yeah.
You should build the team at the start.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about Kyoryuger's finale is that Daigo and Ami. Daigo and Ami are in the bad guy's main base and about to fight, and Daigo goes, "You know what? I'm doing this one solo. Bye!" and just throws her like outside the base for someone to catch.
Oh, wow.
And literally does the rest of the fight solo. And I'm like, you don't do that! That's dumb! No!
But it's gotta be red focused. No, I'm right.
I know, but I'm like, when every other member of the team literally had the go on, I'll hold off this bad guy thing literally before this, why is Pink the one who gets thrown out of the goddamn base and literally said, "No, you don't get to fight anyone, leave"? That's dumb! Why doesn't she have someone to fight in between here and the big bad that Red's gonna beat? That's terrible! Especially when people already throw shit at Toei for how they treat their female characters at times. Because guess what? Pink's the only female character on the team. Yeah, that. Anyway, let's just watch Go Busters so we can not rant on more stuff.
The ranting's fun.
Not when I'm trying to kill my throat in the process.
Fair point.
Well, you ready?
I guess so.
Take a look at episode 21 of Go Busters here in 3, 2, 1, go.
Gotta love that 3-second buffer there.
Yeah. Oh, God. Ah, shit.
Actually, yes, he is.
I was about to say, we're just gonna run with this because they'll clock out right about, and there he goes.
Bye-bye.
I love how the boss has it perfectly timed, too. How can you tell?
Yeah, seriously.
He only has the one face. What the fuck is Jay doing? I just heard a "hurr" in the background, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay, I'm having more fun watching his dialogue.
Oh my god, Jay. By the way, I actually remember this episode.
Oh god.
By the way, this entire plot, not true. It's an entire misconception. We just got him called off, you nitwit! To be fair, I do like how this plot is only... The only reason this plot exists is because Jin decided to be an ass, and now it's gonna bite him in the ass.
Yep.
Although I do applaud the episode for telling you up front that, look, this is not true.
True, because a lot of them would just let you sit there thinking that.
Yeah, and then all this like forced tension is there when it's just a joke.
Yeah.
At least this episode might try to play it as a joke. I just remember like this entire plot it's crap. It's not true. All this is one big misconception. By the way, spoilers. You know why he needs a retest?
Why?
He broke everything. You know all that super strength he has?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of need some new calibrations for that, because, yeah. Can't test normally for him. Uh-oh. Pause.
What? Oh god.
I had a buffer?
What time code?
4:39. Literally the end of the title sequence.
Well, that's good.
I was just it just randomly like stopped for a second and then like just started back up, and I was like, what the fuck?
This is why I switched to the 360p.
I've never had an issue before. That was the thing.
I hadn't for like 8 episodes in a row, and the last like 3 of them I've had to go to the 360p because of that.
I think I should be fine now.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it might have been because I had Firefox open in the background with the GDQ schedule. That might have eaten up a little bit. It was like just enough for it to like maybe cause a buffer eventually.
Yeah, that might have been it. Alright.
Alright, pick it up for 4:39 at the end of the title sequence in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, Tobisky put up a preview of XCOM 2.
And?
It's looking really good. Like, oh my god. It looks so good. You can pre-create characters in order to get them as soldiers. Because they have so much customization now. To be fair, all you are is a fucking floating head. What the fuck are you gonna do to him? Ah, shit. Pause. Yeah, it's doing it now.
Time code?
5:38.
I would recommend changing to the lower.
I did.
5:38.
Yep. Alright, try this once more at a lower quality in 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't understand why it does that.
I had no idea either. Problems galore for the person that I'm like, well, fuck you.
Pretty much. Yeah. Don't think that's gonna happen.
Probably. Okay. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Just when we like, we need to carry Blue Buster's weight, and we fight the heavyweight Roid Mew.
Well, they're carrying his weight.
I love how Red tried to kick him right there. Well, that didn't work out too well.
Wow.
Oh, good God. Oh, God damn. What the fuck? She's got the look of just like, the fuck am I in the middle of? I don't even know. I'm leaving. Oh my god, this is where the gift's
Oh
from?
my god.
Yes! Wait, wasn't he the one disguised at Blue Buster to begin with? Like way back when? I swear he was the one disguised as Blue Buster.
I think he was.
I love he's immediately calling their bullshit.
Yeah.
Fine, you can tell me later. Even though what you're gonna tell me, I already know, and no. You're an idiot.
Pretty much, yeah.
Then why have him run here? If he can't do anything except just stand there. Oh my god.
Wow.
Jay, what are you doing?
And they all just
Starts
leave
hopping
him. Yes, tell me the stupidity they were fixing to say.
It's just like, as soon as he hears Jin's name in this, it's just like, oh my god. You idiots!
I couldn't even wait on his reaction. I knew what it was gonna be like.
It's like, why? Why do you all believe every word Jin says? I know him! I know not to believe anything he says! Oh my god, Jay, you idiot! I told you to tell him! But I did. I told Banana. Not you!
Not you. There's more important things going on besides you.
Yes. Like how this entire episode, I think it's supposed to be just a parody of those Last Stand of Ranger episodes. Lavillian's like, I wasn't joking! It's a joke! You people need to laugh! What is wrong with you people? Oh my god. It's like, you three of you have never heard a joke in your life. Damn. It's going all out. Oh my god. Shut up and get over here, you nitwit.
One-handed. And you guys couldn't do that?
No one understands my humor. Urgh. This is why it's a damn shame the two of them didn't get a figure award. They deserve it.
That does kind of suck then. Whose dumb decision was that?
Also, apparently my Shovel Knight amiibo is now shipping. Okay.
Well then.
I was thinking it wouldn't ship for a while since apparently I only just now heard that the December 30th pre-orders for Shovel Knight were going to ship. I was thinking I'd have to wait a little bit since they just put up pre-orders for it, but nah, I'm going to get the pre-order now. Hell, it's going to be here Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah. Free 2-day shipping thanks to Amazon Student. Jin's like, I'm not getting involved in this shit anymore. I'm gonna go beat Jade senseless. They're just gonna go blow up the monster solo.
Or they're at least going to get as far away from him as possible right now.
Yes.
Because he's liable to meet both of them.
Right. Technically, it is his fault.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you did kind of ask for that.
Yeah.
Beat him with his own weapon.
Yep. And the banana missiles. Uh-oh. I'm surprised he's not going after you two as well.
Well, they were actually just kind of drug into this.
True. Although I do like that Ryuji's like, Jin, you son of a bitch! It's like, because of course all of this was Jin's fault. He's the one that decided to like be all serious, trying to be all serious with a joke, and then not be clear with Jay on how to fix it.
Yeah. Of course, to that I say Jay is not the most reliable. So that was kind of completely Jin's fault there.
True. As we see at the beginning of the episode, where he tries to duel a fucking mantis playground. God damn it. I wonder what time it's supposed to get here Saturday.
There's no telling. Okay then.
What? Well, it's coming through the post office, so. Alright, guess we're off to the next episode.
Yep.
And the Halo 4's final time was 1:34 flat.
Oh wow.
Apparently, it's a clutch run too. They're starting up Shadow Complex right now. Which, that is a run I'm interested in, because I'm one of like 12 people that actually played Shadow Complex. Consider one of those Metroidvania style games. It's actually pretty good for having nothing to do with either franchise. I think it has something to do with some book franchise somewhere. Oh. It's still a pretty good game. Alright, you set?
Yep.
Alright.
Starting at the lower quality this time to prevent any buffer mishaps in 3, 2, 1, go.
God, that freaking 3-second card always gets me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, is it going? Have to look at the counter.
I guess he got tired of dealing with you. She's not creepy in the slightest.
Well then.
That. They just have to deal with these calls normally.
Probably.
Why is Hero trying to channel his inner Sherlock?
Because reasons.
Also, apparently kids are involved this episode more than likely. Yay! Kid-centric episodes! Oh. Found out through some images for the Ghost episodes. Looks like it's going to be the Cure You Agreed for the O's episode. That was final boss of O's, so. Where did I see the episodes? Crap, I can't remember where I saw the episodes. And then I saw the photos. There's that, Golden Evolution Heart. Actually, yeah, Golden Evolution Heart's also in there for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure
I thought we were
why.
getting Freeze.
I know, but he's in the photos too. Terror, Sagittarius Zodiac in his evolution form. I think everyone we knew. I think that covered. Oh no, Wise Man, Kamen Rider Wise Man. Technically, White Wizard. Technically, Kamen Rider White Wizard, or his official name Wise Man, because they officially renamed him the Wise Man post series. Yeah, he's going to be in there as well. I think he's the one for the Wizard episode. Because I don't think we got anyone else for any other Wizard villain, any of the previous material. I don't think we have.
So it sounds like they've kind of focused on final villains then.
From the looks of it, yeah. Although
Well,
there is a
kind of, because I wouldn't count Golden Evolution Heart as final villain for Drive.
not really.
Not the way that ended.
Uh-oh. I know the
What?
joke that's about to come.
Oh.
There's a chicken on the pamphlet.
Oh god.
Well, aren't we just wanting all the karmatic shit to happen? Ah, shit. Take the pamphlet from his hand. Pamphlet from there. That works too. Poor hero. Dumbest weak point in existence. Seems to happen to him more than any other weak point to anyone else. Yeah, there's also like some cloaked figure in like half the photos I saw. I'm not sure who he is. I'm guessing he's just an original villain, just to tie all these specials together. And I guess he might be summoning these villains to go fight Kakeru and Makoto.
Yeah,
Sure
I'm
at the
thinking
moment.
that's what we had saw. Oh wow, she's upgraded.
Yep. None of this old style flip up laptop bullshit. No, tablet with touchscreen and an app for this shit.
And you forgot the card swiper that plugs
Yep.
into the laptop.
Mm-hmm. That's not good. Break the glass. There's a whole lot of glass there. I'm sure there's some benches and seats somewhere in there.
Now them, on the other hand, are kind of
Yeah.
screwed.
Yeah. That was quick. That was a quick eye. Look at just keep piling on that karma.
Mm-hmm.
Now she actually intends to pull the trigger. Oh. Props to Hero for being smart.
Yeah.
Diffusing the situation immediately. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Gotta love. Yeah.
But can he get rid of this guy before that happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, he locked the safety on, even though the thing should not have a safety. She's not happy.
Not at all.
A little late for that.
Yeah.
That was quick. How long did they have to change in that stairwell?
Apparently long enough. Yeah, that'd be good for him.
the fuck? Apparently, for some reason, at a Walmart in Las Vegas, they're selling a mint green T-Rex Megazord from Dino Charge. Like a mint-ass mint green. Except the Stegosaurus and the Triceratops are black and gold. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And that's a legitimate too.
Huh.
I think this is the first time we've gotten an instrumental version of the main theme.
Yeah, you're right on that. I just thought about that. Every other time it's been the actual theme.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay.
Then where would the fun in that be?
Jeez.
Yeah, it enters stupidly strong. She's also apparently a terrible shot.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Are we jealous of the person who's doing better than you in their first outing? Hey, look at that. One episode ago, he was having both of them in a headlock, and now they're working together.
Well, I mean, he hasn't lied about his health in this episode either, so.
Yeah. And that's an atrocious looking green screen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's atrocious. Oh, so we're gonna have those all the time now.
Apparently.
I
Well,
thought
they put
they
that
had to
together real
build
quick.
that every time.
Hmm? What, they gotta build Great Go Buster in the hangar every time? Yeah.
Yeah. But they can't. Wow. I get that they cut that down for the show, but that just don't feel right.
Well, to be fair, they could put together Go Buster O in like 12 seconds. All they have to do is just stick on Busta Hercules and call it a day. Maybe they got it down pat.
Yes, in the one time that they've done it.
Also, that's where you use stock footage.
Yep.
Don't you lie to me. You
All the way.
Oh my god.
We'll get that every time, won't we?
Probably.
Poke.
Poke you with my big floppy stick. Dad's gonna rim shot that one now. Just get the rim shot out of the way and.
Well, now it's all locked down.
Division, watch your language. This is a children's show.
Seriously.
This is the second time he's done it. To be honest, it's taken forever to do something in the Great Go-Buster-O, let's be honest.
True.
Hover. Ow.
That's not hover.
No, that's rocket. Also, bonk.
Why did it move under?
I don't know.
Why?
It's gonna fucking Looney Tunes this shit. Well, we're glad that works. This works that way. If not, we'd be fucked. Although I guess we could just keep dropping on him until he dies.
So is he gonna pass out after this time?
No. Maybe it's just the one time. Yep. Yeah, he did try to save us. By not doing a very good job of covering us when they were going to shoot us.
Hey, he's mastering it because he didn't pass out this time.
Also, I think we're going to get these for a while now. I don't think we got this last time. Oh wait, no we didn't. So yeah, we're going to get Tokyo Intertron Tower endings for at least a while. Gotta promote that movie.
Yep.
With the one robot. And yeah, it's pretty much a glorified episode.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's essentially a glorified episode. So that's what a lot of the Sentai episodes kind of break, or not Sentai episodes, Sentai solo movies kind of break down to, is they're just glorified episodes.
Well, it's kind of because they're kind of just the pre-show to the Rider movie.
Yeah. Which, the Rider movies are usually only about an hour or so.
You'd think they'd at least give them a full hour movie.
They get the crossover films to have all their stuff in, so.
Yeah, but they kind of get the crappy end of that. Huh.
Yeah. Just gonna say this up front. This episode kind of hints towards the upcoming powered up mode for the Go Busters that they could have done a little bit more with, design wise.
Well then.
We'll find out when we get there. It just doesn't look that impressive for a powered up mode.
So basically it needed to be more impressive than it is.
Yeah. It could have been a lot more, and it's like, hey, the start of this is literally paintball gear. I'm not kidding. That's just what it starts out to be, is paintball gear, and it just does not go higher from there. So, how we feeling after these 2 episodes?
Still feeling good. I don't really know what else to say, honestly. Because it's been really good.
Yeah. Ghostbusters has been really good so far. Too bad once we hit that first finale, it's gonna go down a little bit.
Don't tell me that. Even though it's probably true.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway. Guess I got nothing else to say, even though we went like an hour talking about fucking one movie that's not even fucking subbed. So, next time, we're gonna watch something else, hopefully. Gotta find something else. I'm gonna go dig through what I've watched normally and see if I can find something we can watch. That, or dig through the list and go like, yeah, let's watch something related to something we've watched before. Maybe. Hopefully.
That we haven't already done.
Yeah.
Because you gotta keep that part in mind, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, that'll pretty much do it for
Rampant Epsilon.
Facebook 2448 saying, good night, everybody. Let's see you on the next round of the game of Drift Tracks. Peace out.
Don't forget to check out the links in the top and the bottom, and the other shows in the annotations. Also, for those on mobile, all the links are in the description below. Till next time.